Gabriel, come out, come out. You owe someone an apology, you naughty boy. You know, it's rude to walk in without invitation. If you think that's bad, wait until you see what we do next.
Lucky charm! Go long, honeybee!
What do you think you're doing?
Wall shot! Nice one!
Stop it! Stop playing ball in the house!
Hey, what could happen?
You're going to break something! See? It's all fun and games until someone gets... She was right. That was fun.
Crap. Time to de-evilize! Bye-bye, little butterfly. Found it!
What happened? Ladybug, can I get your advice?
Of course.
What would you do if you were faced with a choice that would hurt your friends if you did it, but would hurt your parents if you don't? How do you choose between the people you care about?
I suppose it depends on the choice. Maybe it would depend on who would be the most understanding of why you made the choice. I think, though, I would do my best to find an alternative. Not everything in life is black and white, good and evil. Sometimes, when it seems that there are only two roads to walk, you have to leave the path laid out for you and make your own way.
Thank you.
You're okay! I was so worried!
Huh? I'm fine. Don't worry. Natalie, I'm so glad you're okay! I'm fine, Adrian. I'm sorry if I hurt you while I was akumatized. It's not your fault. If Hawkmoth wasn't... Ahem. Adrian, don't you and Amy have a test on Romeo and Juliet tomorrow? Yes, Father. Maybe you should be studying? Yes, Father. Gabriel's office.
Gug!
Why didn't you sting her? You were supposed to take her Miraculous!
I thought you wanted me to look like her ally.
Look like her ally, not be her ally! I should destroy you. Don't. This is perfect. Amy is considered an ally. It means that she'll be more likely to receive the Miraculous again in the future. This is what you wanted. By letting her continue as Ladybug's ally, she may be able to detect their real identities. Then it won't matter what they do or where they are. We'll have them. Earrings plus ring. Besides, Cat Noir didn't make an appearance today. You need both Miraculouses to revive Emily. The next time that Amy's entrusted with the Be Miraculous, Cat Noir and Ladybug will assume she's on their side. Once I enter the fray with our next akumatized victim, Amy can turn on them. It'll be 3 against 2 and they won't know what hit them. Fine. We'll let this charade continue. The next time, you would do well to remember whose side you're on. Yes, sir. All we need now is another person to akumatize. I know, just the drama to stir up. My son spends much too time with that bakery girl. What am I going to do? What can I do? I don't want to get my amok removed, but I hate watching the Akumas terrorize my friends. But Adrian, doesn't he deserve to get his mother back? Even if that means suffering through the attacks? Natalie says that Gabriel's doing this because he loves his wife. Is that what you do when you love someone? Come in! Hey, Amy. Do you need help studying for the Shakespeare's test? No, not exactly. Could I ask you something? Sure. Are you okay? You seem upset. Is it about the Akuma attack? Kind of. You love Marinette, right? Of course I do. So if something were to happen to her, and you could save her, but it would mean hurting someone else, would you? I love Marinette. I could hurt someone if it meant saving Marinette. I could do anything for her. Oh. He's just like his dad then, willing to hurt others for someone he loves. But that's not what you asked. You asked if I would hurt someone to save Marinette, and that answer is no. I don't think I understand. Huh? I don't think Marinette wouldn't want me to hurt someone, even if it were to save her. It's one of the reasons I love her. I think that loving someone means that you can't just do whatever you want because it makes you feel better. You have to consider their feelings too. I know that if I hurt someone for her sake, that she would be broken. Does that answer your question? She cares about others. I know Marinette wouldn't want me to hurt someone to save her. I guess I should really get back to studying. The next day. Miss Stupain Chang, your relationship with my son is detrimental to the Gress brand. I demand that you stop seeing him at once. If you refuse, I will not hesitate to withdraw Adrian from school and he won't see his friends again. But I didn't do anything. It's for the best, right? Adrian said he would do what was necessary for someone he loved. If this is the right thing to do, why do I feel so bad? That's it.
This isn't fair.
You're right. It's not fair. But I think I have an unconventional solution.
Amy, what are you doing here?
I overheard what Mr. Agress was planning to tell you, and I wanted to help.
I don't think there is really anything you can do. If I refuse, he'll just take Adrian out of school, and then no one will get to see him. I'd rather stop dating him if he means that he keeps what little freedom he has.
This is just like Romeo and Juliet, and they found a way around their parents' rules. We can do the same for you and Adrian.
You know they die at the end of the play, right?
The play is just an example. During the play, they get help from a priest to pull a fake out. Mr. Agress wants you to break up with Adrian, so we'll just have you fake it. As long as Adrian knows that you're not really breaking up with him, you can continue to see each other in secret. You won't get to go on many dates, but you don't get to do that much now anyway. The two of you can still see each other at school, and you can talk on the phone.
That won't work. His dad tracks all of his phone activity.
That's true, but they don't track my phone activity. And because they don't care how much time I spend with Adrian, I should be able to convince them to let us out of the house occasionally, and I'll just be the lookout for your dates. You just have to be careful not to get caught by any paparazzi.
Huh? You would let us use you as a go-between like that?
Of course, you're both my friends, and what Mr. Agress is doing isn't fair. You and Adrian, you've been good to me. You welcomed me when you didn't have to. Let me return the favor.
Thank you.
He did what? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. He can't just let me be happy for once.
Amy has a plan, though.
The next day. Are you alright, Adrian? He and Marinette broke up last night. It was all over Facebook.
Adrian! You poor thing! What is the world coming to? First, a new Bee Miraculous holder that isn't me, and now Dupain Chang thinks she can just dump you! Nod.
Marinette and I mutually broke up. Our studies were suffering.
It's for the best, really. Now you don't have to be seen with that fashion disaster. Honestly, you stooping to date her was ridiculous! Utterly ridiculous! Whatever, just know that I'll always be here for you. Mwah.
Yeah, thanks, Chloe. I'll keep that in mind. Hey, Marinette. I wish I could say something to make this less awful. Huh? Marinette, do you know that the sky is blue?
You don't say. Well, I heard that water was wet.
Really? That is interesting. But you know what is really interesting?
Ladybugs are very lucky.
Our friends have lost their minds.
Ahem.
All right, class, time to settle down. What was that? You two have to look like you're broken up. Absolutely no one can know that you're faking. Adrian's freedom is at stake.
Scribble.
What was up with changing your Facebook stats to single?
Nothing. Adrian and I decided to break up. Our grades are suffering.
That's crap. Your grades haven't dropped. You scored higher than everyone on that Romeo-Juliet test.
Just drop it, Alya. It's for the best.
The best? What are you talking about? You've been in love with this guy since he showed up, and finally you get him to fall for you, and suddenly you don't want to date him anymore?
It's not suddenly. We've been together for 6 months.
But real, are you in love with someone else?
No, of course not.
Adrian didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Adrian is perfect.
Then why did you guys break up? Last week you both were discussing what your third child's middle name. People like that don't just decide overnight that they're through.
Drop it.
No, there's something going on here.
Fine, I'll tell you after school. Scribble, slide.
Okay, girl, spill.
It's a secret. I really don't think I should say anything.
I wonder what Marinette and Alya were scribbling about during class. I hope she didn't tell her. No, I need to trust to Marinette. He what? Of all the ludicrous, self-centered! You said you wouldn't say anything. Alya counts.
Alya and Nino are friends. They wouldn't say anything.
This is so unfair. He can't do this. You don't understand. They don't have to tell him. What if he figures it out? What if they get akumatized? We are matchmaker!
Run!
And we'll make sure that no one will ever separate two soulmates again.
Amy was right! I shouldn't have told Alya. I didn't think it would turn out like this. You can't change what's happened. You can only do your best to fix it. You're right, Tiki. Spots on!
This is bad. This is so bad. He must know. He must know that I betrayed them. They're going to end me.
Stop right there, matchmaker. There is such a thing as too close.
Ladybug, good of you to join us. Now, where is your partner? You called for a cat? You two are match set. Don't you think you should be closer? I think I like my arms and legs in their usual places.
I hope you don't mind, but I value my independence. Scritch.